The Infestation Mastery Camo is one of the longest grinds in Black Ops 7 Zombies, since you need Golden Dragon, Bloodstone, and Doomsteel across 30 different weapons. But with the right methods, augments, and routes, you can cut this grind down to just a couple of days. From the fastest headshot methods, to the easiest Bloodstone tricks, to the most insane Doomsteel strategies, you'll fly through this grind like it's nothing. Before you even start the camo grind, there are going to be a few augments you should research immediately if you're new to zombies. First is going to be Fireworks, specifically the Starburst, Starlight, and Short Fuse augments. Fireworks count towards every single camo challenge that only requires eliminations, so using it on something like the knife speeds things up massively. Next is going to be Shadow Rift with Explosive Rain, Targeted, and Supermassive. This combo makes several special camo challenges incredibly easy. A few others help but aren't mandatory, such as Melee Macchiato with the faster melee augment, and Elemental Pop with Citrus Focus and Chill Berry to activate more often. Elemental Pop activating gives the kill credit to the weapon you had out when it activated, and helps Fireworks and Shadow Rift trigger far more often for those camos that need them. Before you start chipping away at the headshot camos, I actually recommend, as you're leveling or prestiging, go ahead and prioritize weapons tied to these challenges with the Deadwire, Cryo Freeze, or Napalm camos. You'll want to knock out these guns tied to these early level ammo mods first, and then when you prestige, permanently unlock Shadow Rift and Brain Rot to finish the remaining ones. Personally, what I did is I rotated between these low level ammo mod challenges, and then I did a higher level ammo mod weapon once I had it unlocked. That way I always worked on weapons with the ammo mod I had access to. The military camos across most categories require only 1,000 headshots for each weapon, and there are multiple ways that you can get this done, and while doing any of these recommended strategies, I suggest playing with the Rampage Inducer on in order to get these done quicker, as these zombie spawns will just be so much faster. Here's just a few pro strats that will make this go by insanely quickly. On Van Dorn Farm Survival, you can open up the farmhouse and sit on this corner while crouched and looking up. Every time a zombie jumps up, you can line up the headshot and get insanely quick kills as they hop up. Now, sometimes the Ravagers can jump up and push you off from the spot, so just be prepared to deal with them if you hear them. Another great spot is located on Ashes of the Damned. Go ahead and open up the map, get your pack-a-punch, and go to the cabin's upstairs bedroom. Every zombie funnels into a perfect line for guaranteed headshots. You will also want to bring in Toxic Growth to help kill Xerxes when they appear, as it slows them down a ton, resulting in an easy cleanup. There's also a glitch spot in the same area. You're just going to park the truck along the fence right here and come over to the crafting table to stand on the edge of this pier. The truck will block the Xerxes, and standing on the pier piles up the zombies in front of you. You kind of want to be hanging off the edge just a little bit and they won't hit you. If you need to leave the area or move around to get a new weapon as you do this strategy, you can throw a Casimir or two to kill the stuck Xerxes safely. This method is insanely fast and allows you to keep swapping weapons while killing zombies to insanely high rounds, but is likely to get patched soon. Outside of these, other pile-up spots will most likely be patched as well, so I won't list all of them. If nothing else works, farm is always reliable for training and farming headshots until new spots appear. Shotguns, snipers, melees, and launchers each need a slightly different approach. For shotguns, use any of the headshot spots, but stand close enough for point-blank kills, since that is what progresses the camo. I would also recommend to aim lower so you're not over-penetrating through multiple zombies at higher rounds, and jug with reactive armor, decoys, or stuns, and frenzy guard help a lot to stay close to zombies and get point blanks. For snipers, you'll eventually need to train zombies or use pile up spots. Snipers struggle in the cabin and on the farm corner spot because zombies will overrun you very quickly. Decoys will make this so much easier for kills, as they will be grouped up for easy headshots. For melee weapons and launchers, you only need 1,000 eliminations. The Fireworks and Elemental Pop combo with the recommended augments absolutely melts entire hordes and counts every kill towards the camo progression, especially for that painful arc M1 launcher. With the military camos covered, let's discuss the special camos. Most people hate these because you need specific ammo mods or specific challenges for completing them, and I believe a few specific challenges deserve its own section because they can be just as annoying as the ammo mod camos. For Shadow Rift camos, you will want to train zombies and group them up, either by climbing onto something like a hay bale or using decoys, and once most of the zombies are spawned in and grouped up, you'll activate Shadow Rift and you'll get about 20 to 25 kills in one activation with the recommended augments, which is literally a third of the camo done instantly. For kills while a field upgrade is active, Frenzy Guard is the best choice because its uptime is long and your weapon kills count towards your weapon no matter what. Toxic Growth can work well, but only counts if the zombie is actually inside the growth when you kill it yourself. For tactical affected kills, stuns and decoys both work, but I prefer stuns. You get more of them and they drop more frequently, and you can pick up 10 to 20 kills per throw when you train a few zombies up. Fireworks activation camos camos use the same setup as the Shadow Rift method. With the recommended augments, you'll get absurd multi-kills every single activation. 4 kills without taking damage. I would recommend actually abusing the saw traps, as zombies will walk straight into them instead of trying to hit you, and you can freely shoot anything that is approaching. Fireworks also works here and is very effective for clearing out hordes and giving you the kills without taking damage. Most other special camos are simple and don't really require anything crazy. Just get through them in the same game as your headshots and you'll be sailing. For the Golden Dragon and Bloodstone camos, the answer is fireworks. I'm not even kidding. Just build a horde, activate fireworks, and watch it wipe out 20 to 30 zombies at a time. And both Golden Dragon and Bloodstone, when you do this, only really need 5 activations. You'll just need to make sure to not get hit for the Bloodstone camos, which shouldn't be too hard when you have them climbing up like this. If fireworks ever gets patched, use the traps to avoid taking damage and get your kills. But for now, fireworks is just simply too broken. Upon completing the Golden Dragon and Bloodstone camos for your 30 choice weapons, you will now need to tackle the longest part of the entire grind, Doomsteel. This camo requires you to kill 10 elites per weapon. Luckily though, there are a few methods that work extremely well, and with directed mode coming soon, I'm sure this will be a breeze here in about a week. For our first method, you will want to play on Van Dorn Farm with the Rampage Inducer on again. Use the previously mentioned strategies until you get your first Xursa, and upon killing him, you can just save and quit. After you save and quit and reload the game, the Xursa will spawn in again. Now you can kill it again for an additional count to the camo progress, and keep going through rounds until the next one spawns in to rinse and repeat until you are finished. However, if you save the Xursa upon loading back into the game, and then you keep the Xursa alive and flip the round, you can now kill him again on the new round and save and quit again. And basically you can repeat this to get a Xursa every single round. However, it requires a bit of playing around the zombies with the bear and can be a bit troublesome, which is what's going to lead us into our next method. On Ashes of the Damned, while you're climbing rounds, you're going to want to use the pure pile-up spot that was mentioned before, but this time with the Wonder Weapon and its infinite ammo, you can fly through rounds without worrying about buying ammo. When your first Xursa finally spawns in, don't kill it right away. You're going to leave a zombie alive at the end of the round. You're going to drag the bear to the far side of the cabin like this so it spawns in. You're going to weaken it and get it down to low HP, and when it's prepped and ready to go, you're going to kill the zombie while you're near Tessie to flip the round, and then you're going to be able to kill the bear and save and quit. Each time you load back in, you'll spawn near Tessie, immediately grab the truck and park it again in the same spot. Now that you have trapped the bear again, go ahead and get through this new round at the pile-up spot, and when you reach the end of the new round, head back to this jump pad and kill the zombie. Wait by the jump pad to see if a new bear spawns in, and if you do not get a new bear, feel free to kill the bear and save and quit. However, if a new one does spawn in for the round, go back to the pile-up spot until you have the last zombie of the round. Then head over to the left side of the cabin to spawn the bears into the map again. Go ahead and get the new bear weak, just like last time, and then you can flip the round again near Tessie. This will now give you 2 bears every time you save and quit, and here's where it gets crazy. From here on out, every round you flip, there is a potential for even more bears to spawn, and you're essentially duplicating them. Do note that as you get more bears and each time you load back in when you spawn near Tessie, after parking the truck, most of the time, a bear will walk right through this gate. So you're going to take the jump pad to Ashwood, wait for the bears to spawn over there, and then jump back and stand by the jump pad you just took until all the bears group up behind the truck. Use decoy grenades if you need to keep the zombies off of you, and once they're grouped behind the truck again, you can return to the pile-up spot and prep the next round. One warning though, if you get a Ravager round, do not kill any of the bears on that round or the round after. Sometimes the game glitches and wipes all of your saved bears, so just play it safe. Once you reach about round 30 or 35, you'll start getting 4 to 5 bears every single save and quit. It's actually insane. At that point, leave a zombie, grab a new weapon from the box or a wall buy weapon, save and quit, load back in, kill your bears, and repeat. I ran this until I had about 26 weapons left and then switched back to the old farm strategy, finishing 21 Doomsteels in under 12 hours, and that included testing and breaks and talking to people on stream. If you only use this strategy, you could easily finish around these 21 Doomsteels in about 4 to 5 hours, since once you're pulling 5 bears consistently, each weapon only takes about 10 minutes. Outside of these 2 strategies, directed mode will be out soon, and I'm sure there will be a way to infinitely farm Xursas for a step, so you can farm them that way once it is out. That's everything for the Infestation Mastery grind. If you have questions about the setup, augments, or any specific weapon, drop them in the comments and I'll help out. I'll pin any major updates or faster strategies as they're discovered. Most of this grind was done live, so if you want to hang out for future camo grinds, Easter egg hunts, or guide testing, feel free to join over there. The community Discord is open as well if you ever need teammates or want to chat. Thanks for watching and have an amazing day.